It's late and we're live. On tonight's show, estate agents. With the current property crash, they're not selling much these days, so do you feel sorry for them? Also, the travelling community. Why are some people so against them living on our doorsteps? And as you can see, I like to have a tan, but mine's from a bottle. Some people would go to any lengths to get the real thing. Sunbeds. We all know the dangers. Hello there, good evening to you. A very warm welcome to Late and Live. Now, we had a great response to last week's show, and of course we want you to email and text us with your comments tonight as well. And also let us know if there's a story you'd like us to cover. If you're talking about it, then we want to hear about it. Now, on my panel tonight, a lecturer with the School of Law at Queen's University and a social commentator who has a view on just about everything, Dr. Peter Sherlow. Also a highly successful businesswoman who specialises in letting out property. She's also a no-nonsense landlord, Sonia Miller. And Jerry Miller, no relation, is Northern editor of the Daily Mirror newspaper. Jerry knows a good story, but also knows the issues that bug his readers. And radio broadcaster and host of a magazine programme like here on Late and Live, she's used to discussing a wide range of issues. It's Caroline Fleck. And that's our panel.
Well, a very good evening to you and a warm welcome to those who've travelled from all over Northern Ireland to be with us this evening. From Belfast to Macrafeld and from Craigavon to Derry. Community workers, beauticians, estate agents and travellers, people from all walks of life, our guest audience. Now, we know you'll want to have a say on tonight's issues, so please contact us either by text or email. To text, start your message with the word late, then add your comments and send to 80088. Text costs 25 pence plus operator charges and networks may vary. Now, make sure you include your name and where you're contacting us from. You can also email us on lateandlive@u.tv and we'll read through some of your comments a little later in the programme.
Thanks very much indeed, Mark. Now, estate agents, love them or hate them. The reality is that we need them when it comes to buying or selling our homes. With the downturn in the housing market, they've had a tough time of late. But should we feel sorry for them? Selling was never a problem for estate agents. Bidding wars went tens of thousands of pounds over the asking price. Estate agents never had it so good. But with any boom, there's always a bust. They are now forced to go on the hard sell in a market that has almost stopped. One developer has taken inspiration from the supermarkets and is offering 2 houses for the price of 1. But this agent claims the market is bouncing back.
The doom and gloom isn't as bad as what you might read, although we seem now to have passed most of the doom and gloom. I mean, it was very quiet for a lot of people recently. We're over the worst of it. There was a lot of nervousness in the market for the past sort of 5-6 months, but the prices did fly up at such a rate that really there had to be repositioning in the marketplace.
John Minnis may be optimistic about the future, but first-time buyer David Walker says it isn't any easier getting on the property ladder.
My experiences are that the prices are coming down, but with the prices coming down, the mortgage rates have gone up and it's increasingly difficult to get a mortgage. I was told last year that I could possibly get 100 to 120%. This year I'm trying to get a 90% at the moment and I'm struggling.
Economist Neil Gibson was one of the first who had predicted the slump in the market.
We suggest that house prices were between 25 and 35% overvalued some 12 months ago. Now, price falls have only been very modest, largely because there's very little sales or transactions going through. But nevertheless, we still predict that 25% correction will occur.
So we had a huge range of views there, but what does our panel think? Peter Sherlow, do you feel sorry then for these estate agents?
Well, I'll be careful what I'm saying because I'm sitting beside one.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, actually, not really. I think we have to put this in the context that housing is a right. The right to shelter is very important. And of course, need is crucially important. And over the last 10 years, as our property market has boomed, we've actually led to a situation where nearly twice as many people have represented themselves as homeless. So there's very, very significant social costs that have taken part in this housing boom. I think we also have to take into account that there's issues about affordability of housing, and there's crucial issues there in terms of what the young person spoke about in that short part of the film, which was the price of houses may come down, but interest rates are obviously going to go up also. I think we have to also be very careful in terms of speculation in the housing market. And what we also have to realise is over the last 20 years we haven't really had economic growth. What we've had is basically the creation of a massive credit bubble, and that bubble's now burst. So the people who are going to suffer are not necessarily the estate agents. They're people on low incomes, they're young people who are trying to start out on their homes, and they're also people who own homes that now have negative equity. So the social need problem is the real issue.
Sonia, of course the estate agents have made money out of this. Do you have sympathy for them?
I don't blame the estate agents for the problems that we're having at the moment. It's irresponsible bank lending that has caused this problem by giving too much money on a property that doesn't have enough equity in it. It makes the homeowner then more liable to throw in the towel and to give in and give it back to the mortgage company because they don't have anything invested in it. They're showing a loss. So what have they got to lose? As for the homelessness, we're having a great influx of migrant workers. There's more separations in the family unit, which is adding, rather than one home, there's two homes. So there's lots adding to that problem.
Now, Chris Campbell, let's go to our estate agents here then. Nobody at all is feeling sorry for you. How does that make you feel?
I think maybe it's a bit of a naive concept if people think that the estate agents actually do set the prices. I mean, we're instructed by clients who pay us, we sign into a contract with them, and it's really our duty to that client to get them the best possible price for the house. So last year, if we put a house on the market, and if we put it on at a figure and we got a price 30,000 or 40,000 in excess of that figure, we were really only doing the best job for the client. And we're not in a position, nor would any estate agent ever talk a property down. We act for the vendor of the property, so market forces dictate.
Where's Stephen? Stephen, another estate agent, is Stephen with us? There you are. Surely though, okay, you're suffering at the moment, but surely, as we just talked about there, last year, the year before, you would have raked the money in for estate agents, for yourselves, never mind the people who are buying and selling.
And a business is there to make a profit, but we also provide employment. And we also provide many other functions for a community, including selling their home. And I also think it's rather naive to say we've been raking it in. They're very emotive words to use. You
were the guys who were hiking, were making use of it when it was going up.
We didn't hike anything. As previously alluded to, we didn't hike anything. The property market is dictated by certain forces. There were a lot of investors who bought into the market and effectively priced out first-time buyers. That wasn't my particular issue. I didn't create that. I do have great sympathy for first-time buyers. The market is now correcting itself and things are beginning to look rosier for first-time buyers. There's no doubt about that.